Perfect timing.
Suddenly CNN now.
Yeah.
What, you got to get your facts right?
Well, yeah, we do.
Suddenly, yeah.
We got them all represented. We got MSNBC, CNN, Fox.
Yes, we're not biased here.
No,
we're fair and balanced.
We're fair and balanced across the board.
And we lean forward, and we do all those things that all the networks
we actually goof on all of them.
Yeah, I don't see how any of them are very accurate.
No.
Especially with all the news happening today. You're great on the Twitter, I got to say. I follow you on Twitter, and very good, very open and honest, and not afraid of a little controversy with the religious zealots out there.
Yeah, I do get into some arguments with the odd fundamentalist. You know, they say the Earth's 5,000 years old. I say it's 4.6 billion. It's a difference of opinion. You know, who knows? Yeah. Who knows? Well, scientists do. Carbon dating pretty much tells us, but yeah, you know. You can have your own opinions, but you can't have your own facts.
It's very hard to argue with anybody because you're not changing anyone's opinion.
There's no point. And the other thing is there's so many spoofs of fundamentalism like that, which you literally cannot tell the difference.
Right.
There's nothing you could make up more ridiculous than what these people believe. I mean, their whole aspect is I think clouded by episodes of the Flintstones. That's where they got a lot of their
We're
science
dinosaurs and humans. We're together and we use big pelicans as garbage disposals and things like that. Okay.
So and I also get things on Twitter like, "Oh, you're just doing self-promotion." I go, "Yeah." And now it's pretty scary, really. The restrictions, particularly in comedy, particularly with people like us.
People don't see it as comedy a lot of times too. They take you very literally in what you're writing, not understanding the context and that you're a comic. Of
course.
And all of a sudden, another. We're in the decade of the apology, so another apology is necessary for something that you never meant
ridiculous.
to be
bad. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
It makes me angry, and it's got worse over the last couple of years because people think just because they're offended, they're right. That's by definition. They think, well, I don't like it, so it must be.
So no one else should like it.
Some people are offended by homosexuality. Some people are offended by mixed marriage. What are we meant to do? Just ban them because one person somewhere has got. That's their problem.
That's too logical.
Infuriating.
But that's too logical, Ricky. You're too logical. That makes too much sense.
Well, that's the thing about offence as well, though, because it's nothing to do with right and wrong. It's to do with feelings, and feelings are personal.
You have the right to be offended in America. People forget that. You say it all the time.
You have the right to be offended, but I have the right.
But they don't understand that.
You don't have the right never to be offended.
But they think if I'm offended, then no one should be able to watch that show, listen to that radio show.
The Educational Board of New York. 50 words they suggest should be banned from exam papers. One of which was dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it might offend someone.
It might offend.
Dinosaurs existed. They did.
They really did.
Yes.
We know that much.
And
you could argue when they existed.
It's crazy that the people that are the truly offensive ones are the ones that get so angry. It's like, it's always funny to me that a Christian will yell at you for going, I don't believe in God. They'll go, you motherfucker. But like an atheist would never do that to the Christian. If somebody goes, I believe in God, I would never go, I'll fucking kick your fucking ass right now for saying that.
We also get accused of being smug. But it's so illogical. And also this thing about it's not just Christian. I don't believe in any God. I don't believe, and it's nothing really to do with what religion you are or your spiritual belief. It's just whether you're an arsehole or not.
Right.
I've met arsehole atheists.
Right.
It's nothing to do with that. But there's not many atheists who kill other people. You don't often kill in the name of no God. I think that's the big difference.
It's so hard to refute facts. I mean, in ye olde days, it was easier for very religious people to say, well, this is what it is because I have my faith and beliefs. But as we went forward and learned that these things did happen, and technology got better, and we were able to say, well, there were dinosaurs, and they were around at this time, and the Earth was this old.
Yeah.
They had a harder time trying to bamboozle everybody into believing that, it's the way it was in the Bible.
Well, that's the thing. This is the other thing. It's such a circular argument. You say, why do you believe in God? And they say, well, it says so in the Bible. Yeah, but why do you believe that? Because it says so in the Bible. Yeah, but why do you believe what it says in the Bible? It says so in the Bible. Oh, okay. Let's leave it there then. Shall we?
It really is an archaic way of thinking. And
dinosaurs not mentioned in the Bible.
No,
that's where the Earth isn't round. It didn't say, by the way, it's a big sphere.
A sphere with gravity, and
it's just funny because all the thoughts in the Bible are what they knew then. That's weird, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Would you take anything that was written back then as fact? That we've proven them to be wrong on everything.
Well, the information around now is 50% wrong.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's
so back then,
furious.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
it's lunacy.
It's fucking.
It is.
It's absolutely. It's. I just watched this thing about quantum physics. Where
right, braggart.
You're on the wrong fucking radio show.
Oh God!
Why don't you get out of here?
Trying to impress Ricky.
He
Really?
didn't say he understood it. He just saw flashing. There was some flashing lights.
Pretty colours.
Yeah, there's a round thing, and it got bigger, and then it got so small you could hardly see it. And they reckon it's the smallest thing ever.
What?
And
Joe, what do you know about quantum physics?
nothing.
Okay, so Ricky's right?
Ricky. By the way, I was watching something on the quantum physics.
But to be fair, there's a phrase that goes around quantum physics circles, and it says, this is true. It says, if you think you understand quantum physics, you don't understand quantum physics. So, there you go.
There we go.
I certainly don't understand quantum physics.
So he just saved your ass.
The only reason I was bringing it up was that there was a part in it where they talked about when Columbus first landed with the ships and how the natives where he landed couldn't see the ships because they had never seen a ship before. And it took one of them to go, no, it's there. And then once this one guy pointed it out, they all saw it. And at the beginning of the story, I had a reason for telling it. And I can't remember how it ties into what we're talking about.
There was a show on quantum physics in England recently, and Carl Pilkington called me up after it and says, I've got a headache, right? He said, okay. He said, explain to me, like, I'm going to do it. Like, he's just watched an hour programme, and suddenly I'm going to, right? And I never know when to start with it. I said, what? He said, what happened before the Big Bang? I went, nothing. He went, there must have been something. I said, there wasn't. I said, all matter that exists was in an infinitely small space, smaller than the size of an atom, okay, and it expanded and created space. He went, what did it expand into? I said, nothing. There wasn't even space for it to expand. He's going, he said, there's always been space. That was it. That was his statement. That was his essay.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
It had to be something there.
It's tough.
It's tough to wrap your head around it.
Trying to get him to understand that.
Well, yeah,
is bizarre because his understanding of anything in the world in front of him is just amazing.
It is amazing.
It's a take on something that I've never seen.
Just explaining evolution to him is a joy. I've tried it many, many times.
I love his take on animals.
His animals are great. I remember
he was talking about the slug.
The slug, yeah.
He doesn't understand the slug.
Well, I said, the slug is as evolved as us.
Yeah.
He went, rubbish. He said, I've coughed up more complicated creatures.
He's brilliant with what he says.
He really is brilliant.
Does Carl
He's great.
Does Carl do press?
Sorry?
We want him to be on the show. He doesn't do press or nothing.
Of it. I've got to do a couple of things.
Does he realize how famous he is? You made him extremely famous.
No, he doesn't. He thinks people just point and laugh because he's got a perfectly round head.
It's just perfect Charlie Brown round head.
Yeah. Can't get enough of them.
I was explaining, everyone uses the model of the giraffe. A creature like a giraffe was born with a slightly longer neck. It could reach more leaves. It could pass on its genetic material for longer. It was more successful, then, etc. He went, but why did they evolve a long neck to reach the leaves? He said, why didn't they just learn to build a ladder? And I couldn't answer it. I went, yeah, good point.
It's a good point. It's,
But why did that animal feel like it had to have a long neck?
Well, it's got to get the leaves that the other ones can't get.
The other animals just found leaves close by to the ground.
They're smaller. Like the giraffe is a little big, so it's got to get. The other animals will eat everything on the bottom.
There's no will to evolution. Animals aren't sitting around going, I wish I evolved. They're either selected or they're not. It's a billion years of sorted it out for us. You don't need to worry about it.
Maybe something went wrong, though, because they're the only animal with the long neck.
But that's things like some of the fundamentalists, they say things like, well, if we evolved from apes, we didn't evolve from apes, we shared an ancestry, rather like cousins have the same grandparents. If we evolved from apes, why are there still apes around? I go, well, if he made us from dust, why is there still dust around? There's no, it's just...
It's great to watch, though.